Hi boys and girls, Brucey here again, going to give you an updated view of my pedal board. I've been using the amplifier now for a while. I did a previous video on the amplifier, I've done a few videos on the amplifier and how it fitted into my pedal board, my old pedal board. I've made a few amendments now, I've got used to using it, and it's pretty much eradicated my amp. This is everything I need to take to a gig now, apart from a monitor speaker if I need one. And it all works fantastically well. So let me take you through it again. So first off, signal comes in here through the wireless from the line 6 G30 unit. That goes through there into the box. I'm actually using a guitar cable today for the demonstration. Also, yeah, I can take that out should anything go wrong with that, such as the battery dying or the battery pack flying, where I can quickly insert a lead in here. Got my Vox wire here. Signal comes out of there, then goes into the tuner, so I can, well, A, tune up, but B, also as a bypass the signal, so it silences everything should there be any problems, or before a gig, so not get any buzz or anything like that. Signal comes out the tuner into the fantastic SL drive. To be honest, I don't know why I have this on the board. Well, I do know why I have it on the board. I love this pedal more than anything. It's absolutely fantastic. It's an absolutely great pedal. I get a lot of the dirt now from here. It's just there should I want to use it. Should the mood take me, I don't think I want to take this off my board. That's why it's always there. Reliable, old faithful. Then we go into the Pog. This is a relatively new addition. I've always had some form of pitch element on the board, particularly if I'm doing any looping stuff or wanting to add in a bass line. This enables me to do this. Really like the Pog, the way it sounds and the way it reacts. This then goes out into the equalizer. This is an addition for me, well, a move for me. I normally have this in the loop to give me a volume boost, but I've now replaced that with a volume pedal. This is basically for tone shaping and a bit of boost. It can cover a multitude of sins depending on what I want to do. I can change the tone of a guitar if I'm switching guitars. I can also give myself a mid boost to just for a solo to really launch into the preamp on the amplifier. Change the tape of the show and boost the mid. Should I need to do it. The signal then goes from there into the amplifier. From the amplifier we go out in the loop into the volume pedal. Now I've got the volume pedal set with a maximum and minimum volume, rather than it going from 0 to full on. I actually have it set at a kind of, let's say 75%, I think it is, level, and to maximum. So that gives me like a kind of volume boost, but not a volume boost that isn't that difficult to control. I have a bit of a problem with volume pedals because I've got a big foot of kind of really going over the top. So I tend to work with that being my lead boost volume and that being my rhythm volume, and I've got a little bit, not much in between, but a little bit to work with. We then come out of the volume pedal into the awesome, amazing Timline, and we come stereo out the Timline into this, should I ever want to use a stereo output on the amplifier, with very flexible. So back into there, we've got MIDI control here. The MIDI mouse controls the patches. We come out of the MIDI mouse into there, then that controls the patches on the Timline as well. So these two are both synced up together. Yeah, I think that's ultimately about how it goes. Then we go out of there into a monitor. Then there's also the XLR output here, which for a gig I can just run that straight into the desk. Don't need any faffing around. I'm miking absolutely fantastic, and I just love the way it all works. In previous videos, people asked, I had this like this in my previous video, what's that? What pedal's that? It's actually my Allen key tool for when I have a locking guitar, and capo there should I need it. Probably not the best way of storing it, but it seems to stay there. I'll just try and do it so we can have a quick look underneath with how this works. So not sure if you can completely see this. I have the fuel tank here as my power supply. One of the things I always find with pedal boards is it's such a pain. You know, you get a beautiful laid out pedal board and then you have to wire it up and it just becomes a complete mess. Here I'm running a 4-way plug bar which fits really nicely under the Pedaltrain. This is the Pedaltrain Novo 32. This powers the fuel tank, and then I have 3 separate powers for the Line 6 amplifier and Strymon, because they all draw more current than I can get out of the fuel tank. Future wise, probably going to look at something like the gig rig generator. I think that is definitely the future for me. So there you go, there's my rig.